All right, I'm gonna give y'all my opinion on this in a second, but let me let y'all hear a video real fast, and you know, just let me know what you think, because it's gonna be really interesting, the video.
That's my point. You have to understand what you're doing in business, because you got to do what's best for your kids. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something, the stress, go through all of it, so when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the whole
thing. You can just pass it to him.
Now you talk about...
So if you're going to work 20 years in a business or 15 years in a business every day over and over again, and your son can't work here whenever he feel like it, you clowning to me.
I don't want him to work
but that's
here.
Me. I'm not saying you. If you owned it, wait a second.
I'm here because
time out.
I don't need a check.
That's stupid. You should be.
Like Murder
time
Moose,
out.
He rap because he enjoy it, not because he want a check.
You're wrong.
I'm here because
I like the check.
Wait, time out.
Time out.
You're lying.
I don't need
before you lose your control, just stay focused.
Like you say, do your homework.
So here, listen to me.
I work here because I enjoy it.
Why don't you listen?
I work here for free.
Who could work? Would you ever enjoy being a slave?
It's not a slave. This is what I enjoy.
I don't think this is slavery, Dave.
Do you have to come to work today? Do you have a choice? Do you have to ask somebody when you have to? Yes, you do.
I don't.
Or you're fired. Can somebody tell you you're fired?
I don't.
Can somebody tell you you're fired? Yes or no?
Can
Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. And that's priceless to me.
But I'm here because I
don't care. You enjoy having a man be able to tell you you're fired?
But you enjoy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you're being selfish. Do you think your son enjoys you calling somebody else a boss? Don't you think your son would rather wake up with you and you could pick him up from school instead of having to do a 9 to 5? Don't you think? Yeah, all right, but don't you have to wake up at 4 in the morning? Don't you think your son would love if his name was up there, Dash, or whatever your last name is, instead of somebody else's? My pride is in my children. Like, look what I'm doing right now. Look at my son. I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. He has equity. He busts his ass so he can pass it on to his son. If that's not what you hustlers for, you're selfish. You keep saying I'm worried about my kids. You worried about you.
My kids are good.
How they good? Your kids aren't going to be kids.
I feel like I'm in the Def Jam boardroom and backstage.
They're kids, they're not supposed to work. I'm saying when they men, you're supposed to pass them something. You working for another man.
They're worried about
See, to me, this is retarded.
See, this is the questions. I feel like I'm in Def Jam's boardroom. This is not backstage. Everybody cool out for a second. But Dan, I'll ask you this question. You're a businessman.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with taking the money from here and investing it into other stuff that we own?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Thank you.
Everybody eat a cookie. Cool out for a second.
I'm not mad. The mentality is this. It's frustrating. Because you're on the radio and this message is crazy to me. You're saying because you enjoy music or being a DJ, you enjoy having a boss. If you enjoy being a DJ, just why don't you own your own radio station and then DJ for your own radio station so your son can just get on anytime he wants? That's all I'm saying.
But it's steps to it, though.
No, there's no steps to it because I do it. See, you enjoy the safety and the security of a job every day. But there's no pride in that to me. My son takes pride. My kids take pride in the fact that I have Dash Motors. And because I have that, my son said, I'm not going to ever have a boss. His mentality is different. It's just about changing mentality.
Now, let me ask you a question. There's millions of people out there that don't have that opportunity and
all have the opportunity.
A boss every day. So you're basically saying because they have a boss, there's no pride in it?
I think because people on the radio tell people it's okay to have a boss, they don't understand that they can have more. And because of the direct-to-consumer relationship, the internet, there's no excuse. So when I make a movie like Losada's, I don't have to ask if I could put Daniel in a movie. I just do it. I had to ask if I could put... Wait, hold on. I had to ask if I could put Cameron
in Paid in Full.
Okay. I don't have to ask no more. You understand? There's pride in that. It's just a pride you should have in ownership.
So how do you get to that platform? How do you get to the platform?
By putting your own money up and investing in yourself. That's it. You flip. And getting a good woman and stop trusting dudes and stop worrying about other people's pockets and what other people have and what other people can do for you. And 9 to 5s aren't good because you hustling for a weekend. But when you do something that's for yourself and your family, it never feels like work. I hustle for my last name. I don't hustle for my first. The Dash name, when my grandfather died, he looked at me and he knew that Dash is always going to be there, at least for the next couple of generations, either through me, my son, or my son's son. It's a mentality. I want to have generations of this. What if your kids aren't as strong as you? What if your kids aren't as strong as you? Then what?
And that's the reason why we set up the platform, so they don't have to do anything.
You have a boss.
But you know what else is interesting, Dave?
You have a boss. How can a man say he has a boss and be proud?
Well, let's hear what Murder Mook has to say, because
Hold
he
on one
wanted to
second.
say something. He's been wanting to say
There's
something.
different mentality.
There's a lot of things.
I want to say something real quick.
Let him talk.
But Dash, like, you know, you say you should never worry about a man's pockets, but I vividly remember you clowning people for being broke.
No.
All right. That was a lot right there. So, that's about freaking 6 minutes of conversation. That topic is I think it's a real serious one, because honestly speaking, and I'm not trying to play the middle, they both have really strong points. Honestly, like, you know, you could feel you could, you know, feel more strongly towards whichever way, but like me, for instance, I'm saying they both have strong points, right? But I do gravitate more towards Dame Dash opinion, because that mentality is what will most likely, you know, allow you to take it to another level and you know, become successful. But at the same time, you got to be careful, because I feel like in yeah, there's ways to contradict what I'm not contradicting what I'm saying, but there's ways to counter what I'm saying. It's scary and it's a risk, but then somebody will say, what's not a risk? You're not willing to take that risk to provide, you know, a better life for your family? Of course I am, but at the same time, what Envy is saying is not wrong. So I just don't want people to think like, you know, he's wrong. He's not wrong. Sometimes you can work a 9 to 5 and still get to where you need to be. The only problem with that is, and it's a huge problem, is that 9 to 5s get you so comfortable, and they keep you trapped, and they keep you to where you need to continue to work, because it's unrealistic to be able to become a millionaire off a 9 to 5. I'm talking about the traditional ones, the regular ones you could just apply for and get. It's not highly likely that, you know, you're gonna get that money and you're gonna be successful and you're gonna be able to take care of your family or go on vacations and stop working for a while because you have that amount of money saved up. That's not something you can really do, you know. So I get it I get both perspectives, but the thing is, sometimes you're not born into no money, so you just gonna start a business. Your first job is a business. You start your own business. How you gonna start it up? Like, where you getting the money from? Where you getting the loans from? You have no credit. You have nothing. That's why, you know, unfortunately, I know the system is tough, but it's tough both ways. It's tough having to get a 9 to 5, right? But guess what? You gotta do it, and you gotta still grind on your own. You gotta still make it. Still gotta do what you gotta do. But I feel like that mentality of what he was saying is still not. It's not wrong. It's just it needs it. There was an argument. It was a debate. I'm pretty sure if he break it down, there's more structure behind it. I'm pretty sure if Envy break his down, there's more structure behind it. They really didn't get their points across, 100%. But, a lot of us got 9 to 5s and a lot of us want to stop working. But the thing is, what are you doing to get to that point? That's the thing. Are you putting in the work? I forgot who said it. I could probably think of it as just solely I'm a little tired. He said, don't be mad about the success you don't got because of the work you didn't put in. I think it was Ice Cube. And Ice Cube, Will Smith, or Denzel, one of them said it. That probably was Ice Cube. But that's true. And that's why I stepped my game up. Because I was always like, I got what it take. I know I got what it take. I believe we all got what it take. I believe everybody's special. But I was like, I got what it take, man. I could do this. And then I'm like, but I'm not putting in the work. I'm not putting in the work. I'm not grinding long nights. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And it's not about grinding long nights. It's about just being consistent. Like I told myself, you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent in everything. Like, you just can't be like, I'm going to go to the gym one day. I don't care how long you go for that one day. It's not going to equal up to a person who's consistent with going. Even if they're doing not even half the time you're doing, But yeah, that's that's just a debate, yo. That's legendary, and I feel like I don't care how people look at things for amusement or misery love company, right? That ain't no winner or loser in that situation. They both showed us so much. They both telling you what to do. There's no wrong, there's no right way. They both, you can get there doing it either or. You could. So if somebody look at that interview and look at it like, oh, MB look crazy or Dame look crazy, no, none of them, they're not crazy. If anything, I don't want to say you crazy, but you sounding crazy. They both right. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to grind. And if you want to get something or make something a better life for your family, for your kids, you got to put in that work. You gotta. It's not gonna come to you. And I know a lot of times we think that like, yo, what if I just hit $1 million? Well, what if I find 200 million? What I'm gonna, bro? I used to think about stuff like that all the time. That train's worse than a 9 to 5 thinking like that. But at least with 9 to 5 you making money. But yo, I'm gonna get off, man. I gotta be at work 9 to 5 tomorrow.